Alright, so I know a lot of you are going to correct me on this. After I got in here and was trying to remove the shroud, the cover here for the radiator, so I could get some stuff down in there. I did notice there are two more screws here and here, back here on the back side, where you should have the caution fan sticker. So, after you get it removed off, I got it sitting over there, and this is what you'll have to work with back here. So, there's plenty of space to get some cardboard or something down in there. I am just going to put some newspaper. So, that's all I've got. I really don't, well, I do have some cardboard over there. So I'm going to get some of that, and we will put a piece of it down in there because it will sit and do better. But, let's see here. Had some furniture delivered, and so this piece right here should work. I'm definitely trying to paint off in the driveway and don't want to get any overspray on that. Paint job's too pretty. I was in a wreck in it about a month ago. An insurance agent rear-ended me. It's crunched up that whole entire back corner. It looked pretty bad, but I have to say, if you all live in the Knoxville area of Tennessee and you all are in a car wreck, go to Knoxville Collision Center. They actually returned this car to me in better shape than before the wreck. And I've gotten up under it. I was there in between, while they were fixing it. And they did a fantastic job. I mean, it looks better than it did. I even came up front here and they filled in little chips in the paint that were up here on the hood. I had a chip here, another chip here from rocks, and they took care of it. So, that's saying a lot. They did a really good job. So, okay, so I finally got me a piece of cardboard back there. It's not covering all of it, but, it'll protect a lot of blockage. So, we're going to see if we can actually, I don't even want to try with removing these yet. So I'm just going to tape all this off real well and give it a shot like that. If it doesn't work out, then we'll be taking this whole front end apart here. So I will be back. I know a lot of people say you can just pop these off and, take care of the emblem that way. But keep in mind, if you're painting a vehicle as old as mine, these are plastic. And they've been on there. This one's been on there since 1999. It is a 2000 model, but we did get this one in 1999. So it's been on there 13 years. And we all know and love plastic, but after it gets aged, it gets brittle. So I'm not going to even try removing this. It still looks good. I don't have to order another one. I would order another if I broke it, but I just don't even have to begin to fool with trying to deal with that. I'm going to finish getting this masked off here and we'll be back. The Ford emblem here masked off. I'm going to get a couple more pieces on there to ensure it's good and sealed, because I don't want to desecrate the blue oval. And I know a lot of you people down Ford, but they do make good vehicles. I've had the Chevys, I've had Dodge trucks, and I've had Fords. And they've all had their little quirks and their problems, and they've all been great vehicles. And, I know a lot of you hate this engine right here, but it gets the job done, and it's never left me sitting on the side of the road on the 6 years that I've had it. So, it's only got a little over 105,000 miles, so, it's still just getting broke in, but, so, I don't want any wars on vehicles, so, this can help the Dodge people too. I know my Dodge, its grill looked awful. The GMC didn't have that problem because of the kind of plastic that they used. I had a 95 GMC K2500. It's parked around back behind the house, but they, you can just, get a good idea, because I've been searching for videos all on here trying to find of people painting these. and it's just nothing. And you know, trying to find a replacement grill. I don't know if you can take this out or not. It looks like it's two separate pieces, but you know, I don't know if you can see down in there. Maybe you all will be able to get a better look than me. Hold on. But I mean, I think it would be more of a pain to try to get out than what it'd be worth to just leave it in. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start and get around the edges here, and we'll be back. Okay, getting that masked off is gonna take a little time because the way the plastic curves, these, I can only imagine how hard this is gonna be here. But I'm just trying to get it in and just under that edge just a little bit, you know, just that way we can try and keep it off my beautiful estate green. But this one's going to take a little time, so be patient with it. You know, the more time you spend masking off, the better it's going to look in the end. So just keep that in mind. This is all one long piece. I'm going to start doing it in small little sections. It's going to make it a whole lot easier. So I'll be back. This probably only applies to maybe my vehicle. Some of yours may be like this. But down here at the bottom, there is very little gap there. I mean, it looks huge on the camera. But in real life, it's not. At this side, there's just hardly any gap. Up here, there's a little bit more, and over here, there's a little bit more. But if you can, just try and get your tape just under the edge there, and you'll get a good, clean, crisp line. So it'll look like you took the grill out and painted it. I've noticed while going around on here, I still have a little bit of water coming out from behind that emblem. I have to get that good and dry. And then I got one little spot right there to still mask off and finish taking care of. But we're making strides. One more thing while I'm just getting this done. Today's election day, folks. Let's go out and, you know, do our duty as American citizens and our right, you know. We've had a lot of people fight for this freedom of us being able to choose our leader, and this seems to be a very heated election. And I have my side, but I'm sure as all of you have yours. But you know, you can't sit back and complain over the next 4 years, regardless of the winner, if you didn't go out there and put your input in. And a lot of you say, well, it doesn't really matter who, my vote doesn't really count. But you know, if everybody had that mentality, then no, it does really matter. So go out there. You know, so I know some of you had the day off of work, some of you don't. I don't. I went ahead and voted early, because I knew I'd be working today. But go out there and do your duty as an American citizen, and let's vote. All of you in those other countries, pray for us. Thing as you're doing this, you get up to these corners here, if you're having trouble getting it to come around the bends, put a small rip right here going in. It'll separate the tape and it'll bend around. Don't rip all the way through it, but just about halfway through, and it'll separate and go around these corners a whole lot better. So now comes the hard part, and get to sit down on the gravel for a little while. Well, I actually thought this top section would be hard, but I was able to just slip that edge in that gap I was talking about earlier and just slide it in there, and it's just two pieces. So that worked out really well. So that's what we look like so far. So we're getting ready. I got a couple extra spares up there. I'm going to fill in some little gaps here, and then we're going to start putting on the newspaper. And we'll see where we go, because I'm going to have to mask all this off. I ain't going to worry about the engine bay. I don't have a cold air intake on it yet. I got one on order. But, so I don't have to worry about covering a filter or anything. And so I'm just going to cover all this, a little bit on the sides there. So wind's not bad today, not hardly at all. It's a little cool outside, so we'll see how well this Krylon dries. And I'll be back. Well, I just made a wonderful mistake. I dropped my tape down in there, and my hands are too big to fit. I cannot reach it. So this is going to be interesting, trying to get this out. Let's see what we have here. Let's see if a hammer can get down there. I just gotta be careful around the radiator. We can get it over here to an edge and bring it up this side. Alright folks, I'm going to get both hands so I don't do that. Hopefully I won't knock you guys off.